In the years since our early days, the Alliance has found its voice in two ways. We produce and broadly disseminate emerging health information to guide healthcare consumers, and we are advocates for public policies that will advance and protect medical research in order to improve the quality of life for people as they grow older. Our respected health guides, brochures, films, surveys, and online materials benefit untold numbers of people. We have brought to light the latest advances in heart disease, atrial fibrillation and stroke, diabetes, cancer, bone and joint ailments, mental health, vision loss, incontinence, pain control, nutrition, and more. The Alliance for Aging Research now chairs large coalitions of interest, including one comprised of more than 50 nonprofit groups representing patients, caregivers, older Americans, women's health advocates, and clinicians, making up the ACT-AD Coalition. This coalition is the structure for regular meetings between Alzheimer's stakeholders and the review staff at FDA. The goal is to bring, in the shortest possible time, newer, better, and more effective treatments for the scourge of Alzheimer's disease. When it was important to show a consensus how best to measure the onset and progression of Alzheimer's disease, the Alliance assembled a dream team of top researchers. This marked a high point in the understanding of Alzheimer's measurement and prediction. The consensus was published as a special issue in the Journal of Neurobiology of Aging in 2011. We are performing a similar role between drug developers and FDA regarding sarcopenia, which is the muscle wasting that leads to frailty and loss of independence for many older people. This is the Aging in Motion Coalition, or AIM, comprised of over 30 groups, including the American Geriatric Society. When crippling limitations were imposed on research involving human embryonic stem cells, and when some in Congress even threatened criminal penalties against scientists for their research, the Alliance stepped up to lead a broad coalition to oppose unwise limits on research. We kept at it until those limitations were removed by presidential executive order and replaced with a framework for funding ethical stem cell research with full protections against abuse. We have never lost our focus on the underlying biological changes in all of us. Call it the aging process that is the common source for all that goes awry with time. We share the conviction of some of the world's leading medical thinkers that aging is the problem behind the problems. In 2006, it was an honor for me to be a co-author of an article that has often been cited in the scientific literature, titled In Pursuit of the Longevity Dividend. Together with Dr. Bob Butler, Dr. Jay Olshansky, and Dr. Richard Miller, the argument is that even a modest 5 to 7 year delay in the rate of aging across the population would yield untold benefits for people and produce unparalleled economic and productivity gains for the nation. This strategy to slow aging in order to stave off chronic illnesses, known as geroscience, has since blossomed into major publications, conferences, and public gatherings. It lies at the heart of a redesign of medical research taking hold across the National Institutes of Health. The Alliance is now working to ensure that promising geroscience collaborations have the public's political and financial support in order to make healthier aging a reality for this and future generations. One of the keys to the Alliance's success is that we view the promise of medical research in its broadest context, to support and interact with the public and private sector ecosystem that nurtures innovation in medicine. This is how medical progress comes about. Whether a polio vaccine, a clot-buster drug, a breakthrough treatment for myeloma, or for breast cancer, Americans are wise to preserve this unique public and private R&D partnership, which is the essence of modern medical miracles. And now we must see that it is applied to affect the trajectory of human aging. One more very important strength of the Alliance for Aging Research is the support and guidance we derive from our board of directors. We have been blessed over the years with talent and commitment from a diverse and influential group of people. These women and men have been steadfast in their willingness to listen and learn and to roll up their sleeves as necessary to carry the Alliance and its mission forward. Halfway into the second decade of the 21st century, some of America's most respected and powerful companies and science leaders are now stepping forward to help reshape the future of aging. Over the last 30 years, the Alliance has been lifted up with great success in many of our undertakings. 3 years ago, knowing that any proactive organization needs a plan for succession, a search began for the next generation of leadership at the Alliance for Aging Research. The Alliance struck gold when our search led us to Susan Peschen. Sue is a dedicated veteran of nonprofit organizations, most recently the Washington, D.C. representative of the Alzheimer's Foundation of America. She possesses the elusive qualities of a true leader to inspire and elicit common purpose, to know when one objective is attained and when to move ahead to an even higher goal. Elected by the Alliance Board in April 2014 as President and CEO of the organization, Sue has more than fulfilled the board's expectations and hopes, and mine as well.
It is said that the past is but the prologue for what comes next. It's been a rare honor to have been part of the birth, early steps forward, adolescence, and maturing of the Alliance for Aging Research. But the organization's best days still lie ahead, when science and innovation, political will, and the desires of millions of people combine to vastly improve our universal experience of aging.